For the longest time, Elgato's excellent Stream Deck pretty much lived alone in the streaming for gamers and creators markets for those looking to simplify their workflows. Now Loupedeck is looking to disrupt that dominance with the Loupedeck Live, their answer to all of your creative productivity needs. Design and features. Out of the box, the Loupedeck Live is a tale of two halves, or two sides to be more specific. It's a bit like a theater or film set. From the front you see a beautiful, magical castle without a leaf out of place. But around the back, it's three guys in jeans holding it all together with scaffolding. The front of the Loupedeck Live is excellent and squeezes a lot into a surprisingly compact package. The matte metal faceplate and dials are a premium touch, and every action brings a satisfying tactile response. The step dials have a pleasant rumble as they rotate, and physical button presses come with a perfect gentle click. You're spoiled for choice when it comes to inputs. Across the face, you'll find 6 step dials that also act as buttons, 8 physical buttons, and 12 mini touchscreens. The variety of input options is surprisingly useful and offers more flexibility in tasks than buttons alone. While things like changing volume levels or brush sizes could be achieved in steps with a button push, twisting a dial feels a far more elegant solution than mashing away at a key. The touchscreens are sharp and colorful with a punchy backlight. They're almost exactly the same size as the buttons on an Elgato Stream Deck, but do seem slightly higher resolution. Whether or not this is a side effect of the Stream Deck screens being covered by a slab of clear resin, though, it's hard to tell. Looking behind the walls of the Magic Castle though, and it's a slightly disappointing story. While the front is high in metal, the back is plastic with a hollow feel, which is at odds with the $269/PS229 price point. The stand is a rather flimsy feeling plastic bar that awkwardly clips into holes on the back. This means there's just one angle setting possible, and unlike the 4 large rubber feet on the unit itself, there's only a tiny amount of rubber strip on each corner, which leaves it prone to sliding about your desktop. Performance. When it comes to actually using the Loupedeck Live, it's a slightly peculiar experience. I've made the most of an Elgato Stream Deck almost daily for live streaming over the last 5 years, and yet found the transition to the Loupedeck a tricky one to make. On paper they achieve the same thing, putting a plethora of shortcuts and actions at your fingertips ready to be fired off at a moment's notice. The difference here though is that the Loupedeck Live's primary buttons aren't actually buttons. While using a grid of touchscreens that actually form one giant touchscreen for swipe gestures, which is nifty, feel like a more modern solution, the result is actually trickier to use. There's no margin for error, no chance to feel your way to your goal before triggering an action. Miss your mark with a button press, and instead of changing scene you fired off an air horn sound effect. This meant I didn't trust myself to use the Loupedeck for quick actions midstream, and instead found more use for the Loupedeck Live while I was, ironically, not live. Should you buy it? The Loupedeck Live is always going to be as good as what you make it. All of the build quality and functionality are there, but its value will waver depending on how well each individual can work it into their setup. If you're a heavy Adobe Suite user or like a more visual representation of shortcuts, the Loupedeck Live will no doubt make your life easier. If you're a live streamer looking for a sidekick, however, the Elgato Stream Deck is probably still the better choice. All in all, it's a good work companion but less useful for streamers. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.